Hello and welcome to the video. I'm Jimmy the Mower and today we're going to be looking at the DeWalt drill bit and screwdriver set. So here we are again down in the workshop, another freezing cold day. We've got snow on the floor outside and ice over the snow, and then it snowed again on top of the ice, so it's really cold. We've got the heaters on in here full bore, but being as it's quite a big space, it's taking a while to heat up. Now I was going to do some work today with my new DeWalt combi drill which I've got, but I hadn't quite got the right drill bits, and we were out and about and I thought I'll just pop in a screw fix and get the DeWalt case that comes with it. They're retailing about £20 at the moment, $19.99 I think, and they seem to be a good deal. And well, I suppose the colours just match the rest of the colours of the stuff I've got, so there you go. That's my idea behind the purchasing, but I thought I'll have a quick look at it and you can make your own mind up whether it's worth the value or not. I'll turn it round and open it first of all. So as you can see, brand spanking new, all in there. DeWalt, it's a 100-piece DeWalt set. So if we look across the top, we've got, these are your wood drills. They start off at 8mm and they go all the way down to 3mm on there. Now, a lot of these popular sizes in the middle, I think they'll get worn out quite a bit, these sort of 5s and 4.5s and stuff, but there are actually 2 5s in there, so if you do wear one of those out, at least it'll you've got another one to take over. But you can see on there they're quite good quality, they're nice and well made, sharp, and they're sort of oiled a bit as well, I think, in the case, so that's always handy. If you're ever worried about that, if you're working on sort of not fine furniture, because obviously you don't want the stains and stuff, but if you're working out building log stores and bits and pieces like that, you can always put a bit of this spray, just spray it over the top of your tools if they've been out and they're damp and rusty, so, and it'll always keep them clean. And that's nice to see them come from the factory pre-lubricated, as they say. So at the top then we've got masonry bits as well, 8, 7 and 6mm down on there. Again, quite popular sizes. You probably could have done with one a little bit bigger and one a little bit smaller, but you know, you can't have everything, can you? And then we move over here to the metal drilling bits. Now the metal drilling bits start off at 6.5mm as the biggest one, and they go all the way down really fine to 1.5mm on there. So that's quite a good spread. And obviously when you're drilling metal, you know, a nice fine drill bit, you get through a few of those. The slightest movement and you can bend them and break them. So it's handy to have these included in this set. So that's all your drill bits covered at the top. Now look down at the bottom to the screwdriver bits. I'll take the protective cover off. See, I told you they're brand new, never been used. That's the last we'll ever see of that, as anybody who has these sets will know. And as soon as you've had it, the 10mm of these will go as well. So the 10mm socket, they'll go. So right, let's have a look at these then. We've got, on the top, we've got the PZs, which are here, which are the posi drives. We've got posi drives, long hex shank to fit in to your bit holder quite easily. So you've got the PZs, they start off, we've got a couple of flatheads, then we've got PZ3, PZ2s. There's 2 PZ2s, they're the most common one and they wear quite quickly, especially if you're using cheap screws. Don't buy cheap screws, because if you use cheap screws, you put these decent quality heads in and they chew the screws up, which starts to wear these away. The cheap screws will just go to nothing and it eventually wear these away and it causes you all sorts of problems. So there's 2 PZ2s in there, which is your most popular size. Then you've got the PZ1, which is a little bit smaller, and there's a PZ3, which is a little bit bigger. So you're covering most common ranges there. Then we move on to the PH. Now, to somebody who doesn't know, they look quite similar, the PZs and the PH. PZ's a posi drive, it's a starred screwdriver and there's like several little stars in there. And a Phillips is just basically a simple cross. That's what they used to be. They used to be called Phillips ones, and when we first started using screws, they were slotted. They were all slotted heads, and we just used a slotted screwdriver to go in there. And then after that, somebody came along with a Phillips design, and we got a crosshead in there, and it made it a lot easier to get more power into it, some more torque on the screw, because we've got 2 bits to go at. And then from there we moved to a posi drive, where it's more of a sort of start, so you could get even more pressure in, and they work well. So that's your long drill bits at the top. Let's move over to the side. We've got smaller drill bits there. If I can get these out of my cold hands. It is freezing in here. You'll bet you, I look like I'm back on smoking 20 a day. But anyway, so we've got the small bits over on that side. They're replicating these, but they're just small, and we can use them in the magnetic holder to extend them if we need to. If you've got a screwdriver somewhere, sometimes they have a little slot in the end, and you can put these bits in, and they'll be quite handy for that. There isn't actually one in this set. I thought there may have been a handle to go in. That might be something that you'd look for in a different set. I don't know, maybe Makita do one or something, I don't know. I'll have to have a look next time I'm in there. So you've got the magnetic bit holder. These come out of there and they clip into there, and they'll, again, hex on the end, so they'll fit into your drill bit, and they'll fit nice and tight. Clip that back in. So we've got those there. They're posies. Oh no, they're not. They're just Phillips ones in there, sorry, and a flathead. At the bottom, we've got posies. PZ1, PZ3 and PZ3. Oh, no PZ2 in there. So 2 PZ3s and a PZ1, and then next to them we've got the hex bits as well. So they always come in handy. More and more equipment now is starting to have hex bits on. So having these hex bits on top, they're well worthwhile. And then we've got some of the starred keys here, the T keys, the T15, 20, T25, T30 and T40. Again, the most popular small sizes really that you'll use. They use those a lot in manufacturing as well now. And then we've got a tub down here. It's not Tic Tacs, I know that much. It's some little bits. Let's have a look. What are they? Ah, right, PZ2s, that's what they are. We've got a tub there then. That's why there's no PZ2 small one. I say their most popular one, and they've missed one out. But they haven't. You've got a tub full there. So I'm not sure how many's in there. Probably, from the looks of it, probably about 15, 20. But there's 15, 20 PZ2 bits in there. Man, they'll definitely come in handy. Definitely come in handy. And then as we move over, we've got some hole saws at the side. Now, if you're drilling into wood and you've gone up to 8mm, which is as big as you can get here, and you need a bigger area to drill into, you've got a couple of hole saws there. There's only 2, but they've got teeth in there. They drill you a hole. I'm not sure how far across they are, probably about 20mm and 25, 30mm, probably 25, 30mm, something like that. They fit on there. So that's that. And then to get those to fit into your drill bit itself, I'll struggle to get that out. Oh, God, that was in tight. Now, to get those to fit properly, you have an adapter there, and that screws into the chuck of your drill. You put this down on here, and it locks in. If you can see the camera will pick it up. That's not a circle, it's sort of elliptical. There's 2 flat sides on there, and the 2 flat sides correspond with the 2 flat sides on this. So when we push it together, make sure I've got it the right way around. When we push it together, it fits in and it locks in. And then we put this back on top, this locking nut. Put the locking nut down. That locking nut there. Oh, put it on the wrong way. There you go. That's always worth noting. Fits round the other way. So we put it down onto there. Screw that down. And as we screw it down, it brings that true. So it holds it tight and it brings it true. Now there's a hole in the middle for the drill. So if you want to drill a pilot hole, just use one of your smaller wood bits. Drill a pilot hole, then you can put that into there, push that in, and as that goes down, take it nice and steady, and this will start to grip, and you'll go and you'll build yourself a hole. And if you want to do that first, some people will drill, if they want to drill the bigger hole, they'll go smaller one, then the bigger one, or you can just jump in with the big one. It's up to you. Right, I'll put this away, because if I don't, they are easily lost. I've had so many cases like this over the years, different makes and models of different bits in. So that's that then. That covers all your woodworking. And last, oh no it doesn't, we've got a countersink at the end here. So countersink at the end. Now anybody who does a lot of woodworking will know what one of those is. I very rarely use one. If you're making something that's quite nice and you want a flush finish on there, if you're like me, you just get your drill and push it straight in. Keep screwing until it's down as flat as you can. However, if you want a nice job and for it to look pretty, you can use a countersink in there, and you can turn that round slightly and it'll put a little divot in there. If you ever buy flat pack furniture, they've got a small divot in there, and that's how they're made, with a countersink drill. And basically you'll put your screw in there and it will seat down and it will be completely flush with the surface, or just a little bit lower than the surface. So you got one of those in there. If you want one of these and you haven't got one, just drop me your name and address in the comment section. You can have mine, because I'll never use it. So that just brings us on to, lastly, the mini sockets. So again, hex bits on there. And you start off with a 6mm socket, 8mm, 10mm, 11, 12 and 13. So basically all the sizes that you really need for messing around with smaller stuff. Any bigger than that, you'll need like an impact wrench, or maybe a socket set and breaker bar to start moving stuff if they're stuck on. So all in all, for your £20, you get quite a bit in there. I'd say it's pretty good value, but you make up your own mind. Drop something nice in the comment section below. Subscribe if you can, give me the thumbs up, and hit the bell so you get notified of all these videos. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Jimmy the Mower. I'll catch you on the next one.